All right, they're going for a crocodile right now. And you'll see crocodiles can be a little bit more exciting. And I think they call this the murder croc. But this is so great because within one enclosure, they're able to experience capturing a couple of different species and types of crocodilian. So, and this croc is kind of getting up there in size, about 6.5, almost 7 foot, I would say, probably even 7 foot. But that's really cool. Again, invaluable information.
He is. The 100% shit talking you. So just also keep in mind that when they're facing you like that, if you pull this way, you're just coming straight off the neck. So your first motion is up and even back a little bit, right? Yeah. I love him. He's literally just sitting there.
He's
like
staring me down right now.
he is 100% staring you
sir,
down.
It's gonna be quick. We don't know what we're doing, so we can actually. Cool.
Oh, he's cool. Oh yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah. I'm the one that's always big ass head.
Good. Keep going forward. You don't want to give him too much time to react to you. Almost perfect. You're a little. See, okay, so now what happened is you didn't quite make it to the skinny part of his neck, right? There you go. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Okay. So now you're locked in basically. All right. You're probably in a hand. There you go. Now what you guys are gonna do? Now try and get it. Go that way with your head, and you want to go right in that opening. Right. Now you got to get him out. So just go. Pull. Get away from those rocks. Now just keep pulling backwards. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now get away from this tree. From this way. This way. You don't want to bite that tree. Okay. Now what you need to do is pull him just a little bit more so that where this tree is entirely out of our way. All right. Good. Perfect. Now, you're the one that has to jump on this animal. So you. Sure. All right. So stop pulling. Stop pulling. What you're doing now is you're pulling. You're walking backwards. You just want to keep tension. Actually, you're good. Like he's locked down. All right. So John or Doug, sorry. As soon as you're comfortable, what you want to do is come around behind me because now that I'm out of this big range. Where's Dan? Right here. Okay. All right. As soon as you're comfortable, ask them if they're ready, and you want to grab this animal's tail.
Ready?
And don't grab it up here. Grab it back here. He can swing around. Yep. And get out quickly. Like do it quickly. All right. Don't give him a chance to come around on you. Even though he's under control over here, he can get you there. Okay. All right, so what you're doing, you're not going to jump him. This animal's a big animal. He's really feisty. So you want to maintain their tension this way, your tension this way. All right? All right, now because you're the jumper now, the catch, push, and throw is over. You're in control. Again, what you want to do is you want to tell Rachel, ask Rachel if she's ready to come up and try that jaw rope.
Okay. But she's going to have to give her some space, right?
Yeah, but they can work that out. That's fine.
Okay. So Rachel, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she's coming up to do his jaw rope, you're keeping tension backwards.
Okay.
All right. All right. So this is the same procedure that you just saw her do, except for there's a couple things. One, she was doing it real slow and real meticulous, which is fine for your first time. But you want to be ready. Like you want to come in ready to cinch that down and twist, twist, twist. All right. It's not an urgent action. Like no one's in a life-threatening situation here, so you don't want to go fast and like over rush it. But you also like the longer you take your time, the more of an opportunity you're giving him to like just to mess around with you, basically. Okay.
All right. Ready?
You ready? All right. Push it back. There we go. now. Cinch down. Cinch, 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 cinch. And pull this thing over down. You're gonna have to get closer to the animal now. Get closer to the animal. And then push his head down and twist. Grab the rope down. Yeah. And start twisting. Just start twisting. Perfect. Perfect. Keep it going until his mouth is shut. And you need to hold on to this.
Weird spot on a tube on this side.
Huh?
The rope is a weird spot.
Alright. Oh, yeah. That's just a pain in the ass. Alright, untwist a little bit. We'll see if we can get that out. Hold on. I'm gonna grab this. Grab behind you. Alright, so this is why we have these sorts of tools. You loosen up just a little bit there. There we go. Okay, now lock it down again.
I didn't see from this angle what the issue was. Is that around
Basically,
his
the rope was around his fourth maxillary tooth.
Okay.
Okay. You feel like that's tight and locked in? You're
Yeah.
good? And you're in control now. What I want you to do, so you're still well out of the danger zone here, but because you're like doing this leaning thing, you're not in control.
Okay.
A little bit closer, just like that. And I want you to push his head down. Okay. So now you tell him you're ready, and then whenever you're ready,
Okay.
you're doing the same sort of thing.
I'm ready.
Step and jump, right?
Step and jump. And land you. Everything all. Oop, 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 oop. All right, slide your hands up. Slide your hands up. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. All right. You good?
I think so.
Okay. Robin, come around here. Could you grab the feet for me, please?
The mouth rope is fastened.
All right.
We're fine. We're fine. All right. What you want to do is lift this up, and you need to tighten that back down. All right. You good?
Are you good?
All right. Try not to lean over too much like that because you can fall real quick. And what I would do for now is I would bring my hands a little bit over on top of the neck. Yeah. There you go. That's much better. All right. Now you're gonna tighten that down again.
It's like off. It's
okay.
open.
It's okay.
Untwist it. Hold on. You need to lift it up. I need a little bit of slack. All right, there we go. Now twist it down. There we go. Okay, perfect. So, Doug, do you feel comfortable sliding your hands forward and pinching this animal's mouth shut?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So, you're also, just to give you a pointer, your butt is really far back, which means when you start sliding your hands forward now, you're not going to have much control. So what I would do is I would keep your hands solidly controlling the neck. I would slide your ass forward and get into a better position. There we go. All right, comfortable there?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna come around to this side so I don't get whacked in the face. All right, so as soon as you're comfortable, right?
Yeah.
You're just sliding your hands forward. You're keeping your thumbs on the top. And as soon as your fingers can grab, like underneath, there's a big opening. It's just like your jaw.
He's just
You're gonna
got a
grab.
lot of meat
He's got a
there.
lot of meat there. It's a very strong animal in the neck. All right, keep going. So you need to get your fingers under his jaw, and you need to be grabbing like a handlebar. Okay? You feel good?
Yeah.
All right. If you can at all, reposition. Put the meat of your thumbs in his eyes, so he closes his eyes. But if you can't, don't worry about it.
Then my fingers can't get that good lock on
Okay.
his jaw.
Then what you're gonna do now, straight up to your chest. Perfect. All right. I need you to give me a little bit of release here. Who's got the tape? Who's got the tape? Yeah. Okay. You got him, Doug?
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming in. If he does start to swing, just hold on to him, okay? Good shit. So for the tape, you need to keep the tape on the tape, right? The tape has virtually no purchase on the skin of the animal, okay? All right, now you can take this off. All right, you're good. Now, Doug, basically what you're gonna wanna do, push the animal's head back to the ground, slide your hand back to his neck, and hold on. All right, how's that feel?
I don't feel like I really have control over him.
You never do you? and actually, it's probably a good feeling to not feel like you have control, because the second you get complacent and you feel like you're in control, that's when they remind you that you're not.
Right.
Okay? So now we just need to hold on for a second. Do you see where Jim went?
Jim's on his way up here now.
Okay.
So we are dragging the animal to this end area.
Yeah.
I don't know which side. Hopefully that one.
Is this guy actually moving?
This animal is going to be moved into that enclosure. Apparently he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah. Okay. So he's beating up on other guys. Is
Yeah.
that what's going on?
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, you know, that's an exciting capture because, like you said, you never feel like you should have much control over them. You're doing the best you can, but that animal started moving, and there's a tendency to freak out.
Yeah.
But you really have to totally stay present, and I think Doug did well. Without, you know, there were a few things you're probably going to mention to him, but he didn't freak out totally. He didn't let go of the animal, which is awesome.
Yeah, 100%. That's the thing, guys. Like you said, I mean, once you start freaking out and you forget what you're supposed to be doing, that's where problems happen, right? And of course, this is your first capture, so we would expect some mistakes, but you definitely get to a point where it's like secondhand or natural feeling, right? So just as we're talking about a couple things that Doug did do wrong, when Doug landed, his ass was way back by the pelvic girdle of the animal, and in order to get control of that animal, he really felt like he had to lean forward and be down. You don't want to do that. You want your ass and stuff to come forward a bit more and the hands to hit at the same time in a point where you feel like you're in control and like your face isn't going to be smacked by the animal, okay? But otherwise, I mean, there's a little tiny margin of flexibility here because Doug is a pretty big dude, right? You probably would have had a really hard time if you doing that same thing. But otherwise, Doug, your first jump was pretty good. You landed at the same, like the right time. Everybody did. I mean, the timing was good on the jump. It's just the positioning was what was off. Okay. And just remember, you always want your body to be in as much control of itself as possible. Okay. Otherwise, what did you think?
No, it's okay. It's the first time for me to with a crocodile.
Oh, chill.
Yeah, in the back.
It's always so exciting. A crocodile, you know, for me, it was always like, oh my God, you've heard stories. They're more athletic. They're more nimble.
Yeah.
So that's something that I watch out for too. So.
100%. And I mean, also check. I mean, Doug remarked on this while he was trying to close the mouth shut. I mean, just be aware of the physical condition of every animal. This animal is a beast for its size, right? It's got this big neck. And the reason that neck is big is because it's got a lot of musculature, right? You have to get around that. New Guinea crocs also tend to have a really weirdly small head for the size of the body, and so they can be a bit more challenging to kind of get your hands around and manipulate and shut the jaws. But yeah, Doug, we're just gonna have to wait a few minutes till Jim gets back here so we know exactly what to do with this animal. And he is right there. Perfect. Good timing.
Come on, Jim, we got you a crocodile. We got a crocodile that needs moving.
Naughty boy.
He is naughty. So Jim, what has this croc been doing?
So he's been picking on a lot of other crocodiles, and we suspect probably caused a couple deaths.
Oh wow. So there you go. I mean, that's the perfect opportunity why you'd want to get hands on an animal, that this is just not necessarily for the fun rodeo aspect of it. There's an actual purpose in zoological institutions.
We try anything that we really need to get a hold of, we have on our notes, so that the next time we're doing any captures like this, we already have a list.
Cool.
Let's focus on these animals.
All right.
All right, Jim, where's this bad boy going?
Let me make sure Willard has the door.